Is he also a member of your party?
Yeah, he doesn't get along too well with people, though. Don't let it get to you.
I'm Judith. Nice to meet you.
Hey, why is he letting Judith pet him?
Maybe the little pup's a fan of pretty girls.
But I'm a pretty girl too!
My.
Why doesn't he like me?
And welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia, starting off with a skit. I like how they can just drop everything and have these conversations in the middle of like super important moments. You know, like we're basically going through here trying to destroy we're not trying to destroy the Blastia. What are we doing? Well, okay, Judith wants to destroy the Blastia, in all fairness. But, everyone else just kind of wants to recover the Aqua Blastia for Yuri. But they can just drop everything and have a conversation about repeat liking or disliking people. It's like, it's kind of fascinating to me, the whole train of conversations in Tales games, how they can just kind of drop everything and then discuss something kind of fluffy in terms of a topic. You know, not a bad thing, it's just something I find very interesting, and sometimes I do wish skits weren't timed during like plot important moments to some extent, like, you know, maybe save that for later. Now this one is actually relevant.
The bottom of the tower looked ancient, but the top is new.
It would seem someone built it onto a structure that was already here.
I had no idea there were any towers in this area. I wonder when it was built.
Well, judging by how new the top looks, I'd say it was pretty recent.
Do you think Barbos built it?
The Blood Alliance is one of the bigger guilds, but even they couldn't build something like this.
Rigaud. He must have been putting up the funds.
Hey, yeah, that would make sense.
We still ain't any closer to figuring out why they built something like this, though.
And more of the tower. Obviously this is like the newer part of the tower.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Yeah, Jesus. Sometimes seems some of her combos are just 2-hit combos, and others are 3-hit combos, which is kind of interesting. And if she can basically combo an enemy into the air, she's like super effective.
The sign of victory!
Okay,
Yay!
good job.
I like how that's becoming a thing. That she just high fives everyone. Now, actually, I'm drawing a blank. Are there any more party members in this? In this version? I don't actually know. So you use a spear too? Oh, do you know someone who also uses a spear? Well, not quite. It just reminds me of some jerk. Are you talking about that dragon rider? Yeah. Hey, don't you have something you need to tell me? What, me? Yeah, so where's that dragon freak now? He got separated up on the roof. I'm pretty sure he wasn't too badly hurt. Good, because I can't very well beat him up if he's already injured. Oh, well, that's the whole reason you came here? No, I also can't forgive this Barbos guy for what he did. Abusing Blastia like that. Has he no shame? That's no reason to bring the princess along with you to a dangerous place like this. It's not Rita's fault, I decided to come here myself. I can't see bad people doing harm to others and simply let it happen. I agree, very well said. Captain Carroll, don't let me down. I'm counting on your skills. Yes, of course, come on, let's go take that jerk to school. I'm sorry, but would you mind keeping your background to yourself? We got someone who might kind of explode if she knew. Sure, I understand. That would be best for both of our interests. Yeah, I was actually wondering how they're gonna approach that. The gear stopped. Looks like it's not moving because the gear's teeth are out of alignment. I think it might move if we put some energy into it. Well, we needn't waste energy on moving strange gears. Well, that was easy. So, scaling the tower. I wonder how tall this tower is. I'm actually curious, because it looks really big on the outside, but I don't know if it's gonna be one of those smaller on the inside kind of things. Or it's bigger on the inside. That could also be. I'm not sure which alternative I prefer in this case. Okay. Also, I did learn skills off screen. She learned all of her skills for her weapon, and Yuri learned roll. So that's cool. Kind of helpful. I don't know what if roll is that much different than backstep though. I would have to double check the actual descriptions.
So is that okay?
Beautiful.
Step away. What's that?
Your spear fighting is fluid and your footwork is amazing. I love watching you fight, Judith.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Aren't all Critians more of the nerdy, scholarly type? More indoors than outdoors people?
Yuri's anti-book comments aside, is it true that the Critia don't fight in battles?
It seems most of us don't like fighting very much.
So you're an exception?
A weirdo among weirdos, then?
How strange. I've always thought it was normal to fight someone who was threatening you.
Yeah, true.
Really? Is that normal?
Sure, it's normal.
Totally normal.
I see.
So what is step back? I'm curious. Step back or step away. Avoid staggering when hit during backstep. I guess that's pretty useful. Soloing Iron Thief. Change the normal attack depending on the distance between enemies. I thought that was normal for him. I didn't know that had to be an actual equip. That's a little bit odd, actually. Magic defense. Not sure if that's super necessary. I guess that's good because he doesn't have a ton of HP. Recover, backstep, guard plus. Yeah, I'm gonna switch in Magic Guard, I think, for him. Increases physical attack by 5%. That's useless. She doesn't do much in the way of physical attacking, so I'm gonna switch those two in. Roll. Where's roll? Decrease damage taken by half and staggering. Okay. Taunt. I don't know if we've really shown off taunt, so I guess I might as well equip that for now. Switch him in the front as a result. Also, one thing I was thinking is actually that I was doing some stat checking off screen, like before saving and such, and I actually realized that Raven actually is at a higher level than Judith, which is actually interesting to me because we fought several battles with Judith as is, and yet she's still lower level than Raven, so I guess we might actually be a tad over level, potentially. At least Raven might be a level over where we're kind of supposed to be, potentially. Kurama. Wait, Hunter's Fang. That sounds cool. Increase the bonus for a green fail strike attack. Huh. Yeah, he finished learning those, so we are free to switch. Okay. But yeah, it's just interesting how levels work sometimes. I tend to do weird stat tracking when it comes to levels and EXP. I tend to try to like keep an eye out on. Also, did I still never use these? I guess I should actually use the rest of these. Maybe I didn't use them because I didn't want to accidentally waste stuff. I'm not sure, but in any case, we use them now. Trial skills. Yeah, we probably should have picked that up sooner. Or opened that up sooner. Would have been a good idea. So yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of DLC for Tales games, by the way. Typically, there are DLC for like free items, just to kind of give you a head start. I'm gonna take out a couple of them first, just to kind of reduce the chances of things going badly, because I'm trying to show something off. How many are left? 2 it looks like. Sure. Yeah. So yeah, if you press the right control stick, you can taunt, and I think that causes enemies to go after you, which is actually good. That's actually helpful.
I beat you into next week.
Maybe not so helpful if the AI were using it, but if you're in control of Yuri, that's actually not a bad idea because it actually, you know, reduces the chances of other people dying. So that's actually pretty helpful. Backstep. Yeah, that's definitely needed. Item Pro. That's good. Evade. I'm gonna drop Evade again, even though I just equipped it, I think. And throw on Item Thrower, which allows party members to use items on anybody, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, accuracy much? When they are like blue, it doesn't actually work. They have to be like,
All right.
it has to be a different color. It's kind of interesting actually, how it works. Are my arts actually different? They actually are. I think. No, they aren't. I still have the same arts, but yeah, it's kind of weird that they make a point in that one skit about like, oh, but you may use different arts, but it's like, no, his arts are actually the same. Again, unless I completely misunderstood that conversation. So I'm out of TP, essentially, so I'm having to use regular attacks to build back up. It's just kind of interesting having this many party members. I guess you could say within the first disc. Using Final Fantasy terminology. This game, unlike other Tales games, is not divided up into discs, but yeah, it's just kind of interesting that I think we're, let's see, part 24. 24 times 30. 24 times 30 would be 7,200 or 720, I think. So 720 divided by 6, or divided by 60, would be roughly 9 hours, if I'm doing the math right. 700, yeah, no. That's not right. Okay, yeah, 12 hours, roughly. The other hour being from grinding levels, essentially. But yeah, the point still stands. We're not that far into the game, and we already have a pretty decently sized party, which is actually pretty cool.
There's no challenge at all.
I guess I'll go
I'm actually okay with that. I feel like we got a lot of characters at the beginning, which was actually nice, because like Final Fantasy, you have like Aerith, you have like Cloud, Barret, but like Vincent joins as an optional character, and Yuffie is also optional. So they can join early or late, but I feel like for the most part, characters don't join super fast in some games. Like, I feel like in, like, Symphonia, for example, some of the characters join really late game, all things considered, like, halfway through the game, practically. To the point where some characters
I got a little worked
in Symphonia, I know, aren't even on the box art because they appear so late in the game, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I feel like we got everyone pretty fast compared to some RPGs. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII actually is a bad example, because you get all of the party members by the Golden Saucer, except for, like, Vincent, but he's optional on disc 2, I think. So yeah, you get most of the characters at a pretty good pace in that game.
So, yeah, just stay dead.
Sounded so convinced. Or so convincing. I'm gonna use an orange shell, I suppose, since I have to. Orange shell on Stell. And away we go. Now, okay, the perspective is a little bit odd, but can I actually... what can I use the Sorcerer's Ring on? Because this perspective is weird. Probably what I was supposed to do is activate things along the way. Because, like, there's no air flowing through that. So obviously we have to activate this, for example. So that's pretty cool, actually. Kind of an interesting puzzle structure. Having to continually activate the gears along the way up. I had to kind of turn around carefully there so I didn't accidentally run into the enemy while I was trying to actually not get into a first strike. Yeah, so that uses one. But you can actually use both, if you so desire. So, yeah, it was like I was saying, it's like you can... might as well use Burst Art because we never do it. But yeah, you can either have a really strong overlimit for one, or you can have basically smaller overlimits for two. Which is actually an interesting point now that I think about it, because we have the ability to swap characters in battle, but I actually haven't used it beyond the one boss fight with the, what was it, the Giga Larva? Yeah, that was the only fight where I actually used that. Strangely enough. Okay, what actually attacked me there?
I guess we'll fight.
I must have been an enemy just spawning in, basically. So yeah, let's actually switch it up. Oh goody, I'm playing a Cell, my worst character. Oh hey, we have physical attacks and magic attacks. That was not a magic attack, that was a buff. Well, that worked. Pierce Cluster seems to actually be a pretty solid move.
I feel power.
Reflect, which I think will come in handy at some point. Some of these gears, there's a staircase there, so we gotta lower that, obviously. But how? And I feel like that glass is just kind of throwing me off, partly, because it's kind of in the way of whatever this thing is. I probably missed a gear or something. I'm gonna go double back and double check. Plus, also again, playing this on a sunny day is actually really difficult because glare. Can I actually not go back down? I'm actually trying to remember how I got up here on this platform. So yeah, all those. Wait, that one's not activated. How do I get to it? Over here? There we go. Aha! So yeah, I just ran by one. And again, I'm trying to get a specific item, so I am going out of my way to fight these gear golems. Okay, that's interesting actually. When you basically switch to the menu, you end up actually switching back to your first slot character at the end of the battle, so that's good to know. Why am I actually running? I could just fire from a distance. I keep forgetting he has like non-melee attacks.
This is my victory pose.
That looks like his regular pose. Just kind of standing there, that's his victory pose. So back up here. This was the new staircase, I think. Oh, that's why we couldn't go, because it looked like there was a thing we could walk by on the foreground, but we couldn't, that's why. Actually, because it's flying enemy, I just want to, yeah, switch characters. And the flying enemy's done, but hey, wow, you can actually like air combo a golem, which is actually pretty impressive if you think about it, like, how? So Nurse is a heal-all, I actually have never described what it actually does. So what's her neutral? Oh, Crescent Moon. So yeah, we definitely have a variety of playstyles now. And this game does have multiplayer, by the way. I haven't actually made a point to mention that. That is totally the Wonder Chef. Or something. Or it's really out of place, whatever it is. Having a pinwheel on a creepy old, like, Tower of Death. So what was that new art again? Shining Fang, that's an up. So I guess swap out for this one. Like that. Might as well. Wow, that was a weird combo. Got trapped in. I don't know how this is physically possible. It's just having your blade kind of spinning in place. So that was... okay, so let's try Dragon Swarm. There we go.
Wonderful.
Yes, I'm kind of going out my way to actually try to time those. If I see a flash, then if you try to use it again, that's generally a good idea. Like, same type, but I wonder if, like, people memorize, like, which is actually, like, what type each move is. And if so, kudos, but also, I cannot keep this straight. I haven't got the blast anymore that I was actually looking for. So that's cool. What is that pinwheel? It's just so out of place. Like, there's gotta be something like to do with that, because it's just like, why is that here? Or I'm completely overthinking it, that's the other option, but there doesn't actually seem to be a way over to that pinwheel, and it's like, why? Okay, let's see what's in here. Blue Dragon. So we found a Microsoft game. Blue Dragon combo plus, add one more hit to the regular attack, increases damage once for combo, 3 hit normal, base, arcane, not archon. Did I actually finish learning? Yeah, I did finish learning those. So I guess I'm good to switch. That's cool looking, actually, like a scimitar looking thing. But Estelle at least being the healer, obviously having her train TP is not a good idea. Just a little side observation. Where am I going, even? I'm gonna ignore that guy. Just because I can. Wow, that stun animation... I don't know if that stun animation was destroyed by the cutscene, but that was a long stun animation. I think that's probably a wand for Estelle.
Don't let him.
Who is not in the party. Okay, we haven't played Carol in like forever, so let's try him out. I'm not into slow characters like Carol, Saya. I can't think of any equivalents in other Tales games though. And I completely missed. Good job. Nice 8 smash. Destructive pain shot. I'm gonna replace it with this, which is the one we just learned, I think. But yeah, I feel like the general pattern is like forward attacks will have the little green arrow. Why was that blue? Okay, obviously that was Rita. But attacks that are just generally like upward strikes are like blue moves, and attacks that are sort of like downward are like red arrows. Looks like this floor is set up the same way as the one below. So that means we've got some gears to move. Why do you think they're protecting with all these different layers of devices? Maybe it's just their pride as a guild. Yeah, gears just seem important. I'm trying to... I can't see. That's my problem at the moment. I'm having trouble actually seeing stuff. So that gear isn't moving right there, so let's follow it back down. Is this a gear? I can't tell, because it's playing in a brightly lit room. Looks like the actual gear's down here. Can we not shoot it from here? Okay then. Yeah, I feel like that should be working, but it's not. Something else must have to activate it. Is that gear not moving? Is that even a gear? Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I guess we'll fight.
I should turn the brightness up for this setting. I mean, for this level. I just really want to figure out how to target magic, really. That's the one thing I cannot figure out as Estelle. Which is weird, because you think that'd be easy, but yeah, I'm actually having trouble figuring out how to target magic. I don't know if we've even shown off all of our melee combos yet, because I just don't use Estelle at all.
You want revenge? Bring it!
I don't know why I lost grade on that. Yeah, this is the gear I missed. Aha! So now we can get to that pinwheel that was driving me up the wall earlier. Down here, I think? I hope? Yeah, what is that? Because that's not... that doesn't fit in with any of the scenery. So it's gotta be suspicious, right? Wait, what? Did that... Okay, how's that map? I feel like these should be switched. Now, this is just me being compulsive, but yeah, I'm switching these two. Yeah, because that's more of an upward attack. That makes more sense. Yep, aerials are good for this kind of fight. Like that. If I can land an attack. Basically, if you even get like the little glow for fail strike I've discovered that gives you so much grade, you can actually get away with a lot in battle. And it's also, you also don't lose grade for accidentally not triggering a fatal strike.
The sign of victory.
So that's also good.
Yay! Good job.
At least I thought you got points for that. Maybe not. I remember getting points for that elsewhere. That is the Wonder Chef. Why am I not surprised? Yes, you found me. You're pretty good. Blah 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 blah. Salad. Not to be a cynic, but like, I'm actually curious what this actually says. Salad, fruit and wait, that's sorbet. Lettuce, tomato, cucumber. How can you? Okay, real talk. How could you fail to make a salad? You just cut up a bunch of stuff and throw it into a dish. That's all you do. How could you possibly mess up making a salad? When you just have like tomatoes and vegetables, it's like, it shouldn't be that difficult. Why isn't that other gear moving, actually? Do I have to hit both gears? I don't think I can hit that gear, actually. That's just kind of intriguing. Okay, so that one's moving. So now, on this floor, so we have to figure out a way to lower that fence. Obviously. Yes, there's definitely... Yeah, can I reach that? I don't think I can. Yeah, this is actually clever. I just wish I could see this better. And for some time, there are times when the capture device I use does weird things to the color, so I'm hoping this is actually really, like, remotely visible what I'm actually trying to do.
We'll fight.
Because if it's hard to see, then it's kind of takes away some of it. Though I actually do this weird thing when watching videos where I don't actually fully pay attention ever. I tend to kind of multitask and just have it on as like background noise. That's just how I watch Let's Plays. Some I focus on, but others I just kind of like as ambiance, more so than care about the game or anything. Just the sounds of certain people's voices, just to kind of like relaxing or whatever. So what gear am I missing? I can't tell what that even is. It's not that one up there. Yeah, activated that one down there. So what is the problem? Maybe something down back on. Oh, maybe. No, that one is activated.
Piece of cake.
Peculiar.
Don't let him trip you up.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm missing right now. I might look around a little bit and try to find it before coming back for the next part. And I also might craft that one item, which like the S flag, which I think I showed the ingredients for back in Dawngrest or something the first time we were there. Something like that. So all those are moving. Nothing over there. And it needs activating that I can tell. There's this gear there that isn't connecting, but we can't reach it. Oh, we can go around. Voila. No, that answers that question. So now we have to hit that gear, obviously, that'll lower the stairs, and we're good to go. So... but yeah, we're in a battle, so...
You don't scare me.
We're obviously not gonna reach that gear in this episode. But yeah, with that one part, the video after it processed, it said it was 30 seconds, or 30 minutes exactly. But on YouTube it says it's 30 minutes and 1 second, which is kind of like, okay, that's the one video that's like slightly too long for this time constraint that I've artificially imposed. And I know that I've instilled this, but it's partly just because I've discovered longer videos don't get watched very much, simply put. So yeah, I try to keep it at a fairly fixed time, so a consistent time. So we can reach this now. Which activates that and spins that out. And then this, which should lower the bridge, I hope. But in any case, we will see what waits on the next floor next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Tales of Vesperia.